What is going on, everyone? It's Sean from All Things EV, and this video is all about everything that we know about the Model Y to date and some things that I expect to learn at the event. Now, many of you saw last Sunday on Twitter that Elon Musk announced that they would be showing off the Model Y to the public at an event on March 14th, 2019, 8 p.m. at Tesla's design studio in Hawthorne, California, which is an LA suburb just south of the Los Angeles International Airport. And aside from some hazy, fuzzy photos of the Model Y, we don't really know what it looks like, so that'll be something that I'm actually personally looking forward to seeing, is what it actually looks like. There are some specs that Tesla and Elon Musk have revealed over the last 12 months or so, and I want to cover those first and then jump into some specs that I hope to learn about and maybe a little bit of speculation about what I expect some of the features of the Model Y to be. Here's what we know. A recent tweet from Elon states it'll be 10% larger than the Model 3 and cost 10% more. And we learned a lot about the Model Y in the most recent 2018 Q4 shareholders letter, as well as earnings call. But they did state in the letter specifically that volume production would begin in late 2020. And they said, quote, additionally this year we will start tooling for Model Y to achieve volume production by the end of 2020, most likely at Gigafactory 1. In that same shareholder letter, they say that the Model Y will carry about 75% of the same parts as the Model 3. And for some context, the Model X shares about 30% of the same parts as the Model Y. You can really tell that they're implementing a lot of the lessons that they learned from building the Model X simply by knowing that they plan on leveraging 75% of those same parts from the Model 3. This means that it will be a quicker, hopefully quicker, ramp up to production, to high volume production for the Model Y, which is great because it will get into the hands of consumers and owners a lot faster than what we saw for the Model 3. On a similar note, Elon Musk did confirm last Sunday on Twitter to someone who inquired, the Model Y will not have falcon wing doors, which I think is a really smart idea, especially if they're trying to simplify the production process. Elon Musk has said many a times that the falcon wing doors were a huge headache, and even still I see new Model X's with some alignment issues and some rubbing on the door jamb. I'm really glad that they decided to not include that. Though they are super cool and extremely attention-getting, simplicity I think is key, especially at this price point. What else do we know about the Model 3? Well, it'll have less range than its counterpart with the same battery sizes. Now let's jump into some things that we have not heard yet and don't know that I expect to learn about this, and a little bit of speculation as well on what I anticipate just based off of the things that we've covered so far, as well as Tesla's tendencies in terms of an SUV in comparison to a sedan. The first one is, since we know that the cost of the car will be 10% more, I expect for pricing to start at $39,000 on the low end and higher price variants to be delivered first, or for them to be prioritized. Bottom end range, I think, will be 200 miles or somewhere around there. I don't think it'll be any less than 200 miles. And I expect the top end range to be somewhere around 275 miles. I expect for full self-driving hardware to be standard. Now, of course, just like what they do with your other cars, you have to pay to software upgrade the capabilities. And since we now know about supercharging V3 and the details of that, I think Model 3 will be standard and will come standard and capable of receiving that high-powered 250 kilowatt charge rate. I expect for it to have Model 3 door style handles, those hockey stick door handles that you see on the Model 3. As well, I think the interior will look very, very similar, including that 15-inch touchscreen and the HVAC or air vent system that you see in the Model 3. Contrary to a Business Insider article, I expect for the Model Y to have 2 rows of seating instead of 3. I don't expect for it to have air suspension either, but I think one of the things that really seems to be apparent from the photos that Tesla has already shown the public, this Model Y will have a panoramic windshield just like the Model X, which I am really excited about because that's one of my favorite things about the Model X, and in my opinion, a huge selling point for someone who's a little bit taller than average. When I sit into my Model S, I can actually see the top portion of the vehicle, and it does obstruct the view quite a bit as a taller person. So this panoramic windshield, I think, will be a huge selling point of the vehicle. According to a tweet that Elon responded to yesterday, invitations for the Model Y event should go out sometime today or tonight, hopefully as soon as possible, because those that want to go need as much time in advance to book airline tickets and hotels. I personally proactively booked hotel and flight, assuming that I would get an invite, since I have been to the last two Elon Musk-esque events, the semi-truck and roadster event, as well as the Boring Company event that they held this past December. I'm pretty sure that I qualify just alone on the referrals and the referral program, but I think that I may be on their online influencer, Tesla influencer list as well. So fingers crossed that I do get an invite. And if I do get an invite, I will make sure to record some video. I'm actually I plan on live streaming this thing. I'm not going to live stream the actual presentation because Tesla traditionally does a live stream of their own, which tends to be better quality. But I do plan on doing a live stream post-presentation after Elon gets done talking. So for those that can't make it to this event or didn't get an invite, you'll be able to see up close and personal what the Model Y looks like inside and out, and hopefully, they said that we're going to get test rides. Hopefully you'll get to be able to see that as well firsthand through the live stream. I've already scheduled a live stream on my YouTube page, and if you want, you can go there and you can click the set a reminder button so that when I go live, which I would probably expect to be around 9 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. Pacific time, it will send you a notification to your phone to let you know that I have gone live. So make sure and subscribe or click the reminder button for that so that it does remind you. I'll put a link to that video, that scheduled live stream, in this video description of this video. If for some reason I don't get an invite to this event, I'll just go ahead and delete the scheduled live stream. That way there's no confusion there. And do keep an eye out for a first impressions video of the Model Y the following day after the event. I've made sure that I've scheduled my flight home back to Denver later in the afternoon so that I've got enough time in the morning time to record that video with some initial thoughts on what I think about the Model Y. That wraps up this video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and a huge shout out and thank you to my Patreon supporters who are helping support all this coverage of everything that's going on in the EV community. If you are new to my channel and you're watching this video for the first time, please consider subscribing. If you are a regular, hit the like button, and I'll see everyone on the next video.